Thank you very much for inviting me. I've been a resident of Margate for 40 years. I've seen a lot of good done in Margate, and I've seen a lot of things that need to be changed. One of the things I see is that, excuse me.
No cell phone.
Yeah, let's turn off our cell phones.
Yeah, forgot that.
Collective.
A few of the things we need to change. The CRA board has to be turned into a construction company. Right now it's a demolition company. They've been able to successfully tear down a whole bunch of stuff, but we haven't seen anything built. I think one of the reasons is that there's nothing wrong with the city commissioners other than they're not real estate agents and they're not developers. And they're sitting on the board that requires that kind of expertise. What we may need to do is either expand the board if the commissioners are going to stay on it, to get some professionals on it, or have the city commissioners get off the board, get professionals on the board, and have the city authorities as a overseeing group. Have them look it over and see what that board's doing and keep them on track. It's through changes in Margate. Well, the Field of Dreams. One of the problems I see with the Field of Dreams is that some of the athletic groups that are now using the ball field, they're wondering if it's going to be too expensive for them to continue to play there. I don't know if we're making provisions for the existing teams to use it without extra cost and raise the cost for those who are supposed to be using this afterwards. Or if those parks are going to be too busy with outside teams coming in to play there, where are the existing youth teams going to play? That's something the commissioners are going to have to look into. One of the things to promote Margate is we have to get more businesses in town. And we also have to stress that we are business friendly. We should start looking over some of the rules and regulations we have that are being put upon on our businesses in town and see if they're for growth or are we running people out of town. One of the problems is there's a lot of fees that we're charging. What we also should do is find out if we're charging more than other cities or are we on a par with it. And I think we need to have more input from businesses, maybe a business commission, so that people in the businesses in Margate can talk back to the commission and tell them what some of their concerns, letting us know what they're looking for, what they're expecting from the city, what they need from the city. All these things would be a benefit to them, and it would be a benefit to the commission so they know what the people and the businesses are paying most of the freight, what their needs are, so we can help promote them so that people will go out and say, hey, if you want to open a business, hey, come on to Margate. It's a wonderful place to open a business. We already know Margate's family friendly because it's one of the few cities where if you have a camper or a boat, or if you have a business, you can keep your signage on it. You can keep it at your house. Other cities force you to take that away to some other location where it may not be as secure in your backyard, and it may be not as convenient for you to obtain them. And that's one of the things I think the city should continue to do is to keep those people happy in their homes and in their businesses, and that way we'll promote Margate even better. Another thing, they're saying the budget. Okay, we've been able to balance our budget. I think in the future, with a new city manager that comes from the outside with business experience, we need to hire somebody that is in the business now or has been, retired from it and wants to move to Margate and be the city manager, but has the education and has the experience working in some other city somewhere. We also have to keep in mind, Margate's only 9 square miles. We have to keep the salary of our heads and our future business manager and that commensurate with the budget that we have and with the size and responsibilities of his work. He shouldn't be paid to say as much as the person in Coral Springs. Coral Springs obviously has 2 or 3 times as many employees and responsibilities. Okay, those are a few of the things I'd like to mention, and I want to thank you for your attention.